What up, you guys? That sound that you hear is the distiller. I'm going to clean up the place and then we're going to make some oatmeal.
Walking backwards, but I'm going forwards. But sometimes I go sideways, or maybe in a spiral. He's walking in a circle. Where's he going? He'll end up in a park. What a great day. He's walking somewhere. He's allergic to frogs, but that's okay. So I close my eyes and imagine it's all okay. Can we fly higher without letting go? Can we fly? Can we fly? Can we fly? I stayed up all night just to hear you tell me no.
Alright, what up, you guys? I hope you can see me just fine. I thought I would do a quick update of how things are going, as well as whether or not you should also be on a whole foods plant-based diet to heal your eczema and take some medical testing. Let me just give you some advice in this quick breakfast. So today I have a cup and a half of oats, rolled oats, cooked in with some blueberries. Then I put on top some hemp seeds, ground up flax seed mixed with some berries, pumpkin seeds, a little drizzle of maple syrup, and 2 bananas. I haven't been able to eat oatmeal for a couple of weeks because I was on a low oxalate diet, which excludes lots of seeds and grains and berries. But now that I've finished the treatment plan, I'm basically back to eating my old foods and I feel just fine. Still a little bit itchy, but certainly a lot more manageable than before. Before I couldn't even touch oxalates. I was just breaking out in itchiness. So let's dig in. Tastes like blueberry pie. So, I get this question a lot. Do I have to be 100% plant-based? Is it totally necessary? What's the deal? The thing about whole foods plant-based diets is that it's the best available medical evidence to help treat, reverse, and prevent 15 of the top 16 leading killers in this country. Your heart disease, cancer, stroke, diabetes, etc. So these are diseases that are going to cause serious impacts on your lifespan and quality of life. Now, we're not talking about, life or death with eczema, psoriasis, and dermatitis. But these are also chronic illnesses affected by environment and dietary choices. And they're also autoimmune diseases that can affect your quality of life. So they can lead to other complications if you don't pay attention to what you eat and what's in your environment. So like the water you drink, the place you live, and the stress levels in your life. But just talking about diet, talking about autoimmune diseases and these chronic ailments can significantly be helped, treated, and reversed with a whole foods plant-based diet. They're anti-inflammatory, high in antioxidants, high in phytonutrients, so the plant nutrients, high in fiber, so that it pushes toxins out of the body and doesn't have it store in fat cells in the body. So this is basically your best bet to help treat and reverse any autoimmune issue, including eczema, dermatitis, psoriasis, all this stuff. So in my opinion, if you're going to go about treating skin disease, you should eat a diet that prevents heart disease. Plain and simple. Very delicious. Not only that, more specifically speaking, whole plant foods are actively helping you filter out your kidneys, filter out your liver, and these are the key organs in helping you get rid of toxins from the body to help filter out any garbage or environmental junk that makes it into your body so that you can have clear skin. So you want to eat as many plant foods, whole plant foods as possible if you want to have a fighting chance at having beautiful clear skin. Now, with that being said, I don't want people to dive in 100 miles an hour into a clean vegan diet without getting a better picture of what your specific issue is. The dermatologist might have told you that you have eczema or psoriasis or rosacea, but that doesn't necessarily mean that there's nothing else at play causing your skin health issues. So for instance, when I got my stool and urine and blood test done, I found out 3 things. Number 1, my vitamin levels were all over the place. I was low in vitamin D, high in vitamin B12. Number 2, I had a case of candida that was possibly driving my eczema issues. And number 3, I had a sensitivity to oxalates, which is just a compound found in many fruits and vegetables, grains, beans, and seeds, and nuts. So it's perfectly normal and healthy to consume histamine, salicylates, and oxalates, but when your body's not breaking those down, you know that something's wrong with that function in your body, and that could be causing other problems such as food sensitivities and skin issues. So I found out the nutritional deficiency, or sort of levels were all over the place, the candida and the oxalates. And what that helped me do with my diet is target dietary modifications in my best interest to heal, supplementation so that my body has the proper nutrient levels to repair and function and fire and all that. And number 3, antibacterials, antimicrobials to help kill out that bacteria population that could be causing other havoc on my immune system and my body and whatnot. So essentially, coupled with the diet, the testing helps you actually figure out how to use the diet to your benefit and how to get rid of your issue permanently. Otherwise, you're sort of just, pinning the tail on the donkey with the blindfold on. You don't know if you got it or you didn't. Yeah, you don't have to go through GojiMan. I'm not here, touting his horn saying that he's the only guy who can help you. I'm trying to say that any medical testing of this kind, specifically testing for gut dysbiosis, so your urine, stool tests, in addition to your nutrient levels with a blood test. Those 3 are going to put the, bullet in the gun and cock the trigger and going to help you figure out your problem. Next question. Why are carnivore people showing signs of healing or reversing their skin issues and other ailments? Is there some merit to this diet? Great question. No. 0 merit whatsoever. It's kind of like, let's see. It's kind of like snorting a line of cocaine. You get such an immediate jolt of serotonin spreading throughout your body, making you feel like motherfucking king of the world, queen of the world. But ultimately what ends up happening is your nervous system has been hijacked. And what that means is that you're going to come off of that high feeling worse than when you came into it. So shit is going to be a lot worse off after this line of cocaine than from before. Likewise, consuming animal products, especially when that's the basis of your diet, might see a relief of symptoms. Why? Because you don't have the fiber and the compounds present in plants like your histamines, your salicylates and oxalates that could very well be exacerbating your health issues. Now, just because those compounds are exacerbating your health issues doesn't mean they're bad to begin with. It means your body can't break them down. So, as opposed to avoiding them and playing like, I don't, out of sight, out of mind, not going to worry about it, targeting and fixing the problem is going to be your best bet that further down the line you don't have problems with those compounds and you can function like a normal human being and eat whatever you want. So, back to the eating meat and having a relief of symptoms. To begin with, you might have a relief of symptoms. But healing a chronic health issue is not so much about what you keep out of your diet as it is also about what you keep in your diet, what is actually going to help you heal. So now that you've gotten out of this fiber and these plant compounds that could be irritating to some gut bacteria, all you have is meat. So now you don't have the offenders there, but you don't have any defenders. You just have shitty meat rotting in your colon, putrefying and causing you, the proteins and the fats in these animal products are now going to cause insulin resistance. It's going to cause raised cholesterol levels. It's going to cause ketosis. It's going to cause further complications down the line in relation to all-cause mortality, decreasing your quality of life, increasing your chronic health issues risks. So why would you take that trade-off, that quick relief of temporary symptoms for decreased quality of life down the line and increased health issues? It doesn't make any sense to me. Instead, find out what the problem is, get some targeted treatment in the form of dietary modifications, in the form of supplementation, and in the form of antibacterials, so that in let's say 6 to 8 months time, you can fix your issue permanently as opposed to dancing around it and pretending like you're the better doctor than an actual doctor. People here touting like, oh, they haven't done tests on all meat subjects. Yeah, because it's a fucked up idea. Why would you give somebody all meat? That's a recipe for heart disease, bro. Terrible idea. Stupid idea. So, they see temporary relief of their symptoms, but they don't have the protective foods in their body. They don't have the broccoli, they don't have the bananas, they don't have the avocados, the lettuce, the spinach, what have you, all these whole plant foods. And what ultimately ends up happening is they have a nutritionally inadequate diet. They don't have the vitamins and the minerals and the antioxidants to slow down aging, to slow down cancer growth, to speed up liver detoxification and kidney filtration and all this stuff that actually helps your body heal. Instead, they have a bunch of high-fat, high-protein animal flesh sitting in their colon and causing other problems throughout the body that the body is actively fighting to prevent and ward against. So in fact, eating an all-meat diet is causing more stress on your body than help. The short-term benefits are just that, like a line of cocaine. Am I a shill for GojiMan? Dude, yes and no. Number one, the reason why I promote him so much is that he might be the only person, this is a better way to say this. He might be the only person who genuinely can help people overcome these mysterious health issues, these autoimmune issues and digestional issues. And people are upset, I think, that their stupid, self-diagnosis is not being listened to, and somebody who looks like a savior, like a Jesus figure, is given so much credit when, you know, perhaps there's not a lot of, you know, evidence of him helping heal people. Fair enough. I might be wrong. I'll be the first to say whether his shit works or not, because he doesn't pay me. I don't pay him anything. This is purely whether I heal or I don't. But I'll tell you why I believe in him so much. Number one, he doesn't profit off of these tests, so he doesn't have any really financial interest in selling these. He has a $100 consultation that he makes money off of, but I mind you, after my first consultation, I've had multiple follow-ups and I don't pay for them. So that single consultation has paid for multiple revisits. So if anything, I think he might actually be losing money on this. And yet he still reaches out with emails, asks how things are going. Do we have to tweak or modify things? So he's very caring and he's invested in helping. And when I have questions about specifics, why is something like this or what's going on with this, he has backups to his claims. He has some answers that are not just anecdotal, it's actually based in medical and nutritional evidence. So I base my judgment of character of him based on where his advice is coming from, where his education is coming from. Everybody before him has purely been just a charismatic figure whose advice has come from their asshole, if I'm being perfectly honest. Now, was I wrong to promote my previous videos like eat a whole foods plant-based diet and do this and this, don't worry about this? No, I didn't have health complications the first time around, or so I don't think, because in 8-9 months I healed my skin. But then I took some medication, fell into a mysterious flare-up which I had no idea why, and for the same 8-9 months I was doing what I did the first time with no avail. I could not eat myself out of it. So I went to the doctor, got my blood tested, went to GojiMan, got my urine and my stool tested, and then I figured out what's going on inside my body. He just helped interpret the results. It's not like he's there fixing things physically. He's not doing anything. He's just the middleman. So I don't know why people are up in arms about him. Like, dude, he's not a snake oil salesman. Chill. People are so worried. Likewise, I don't know if people feel threatened by him, or they think he's a snake oil salesman, or they just don't like the way that he looks. I'm not entirely sure. I haven't done too much analysis because I don't particularly care. I'm not worried because I have enough justification to know that I'm spending my time and money correctly to believe in myself. I don't need other people's validation or comments to second guess what I'm doing. But if I can help anybody who's in doubt whether to take his tests or believe in him or whatever, here's my take. I've been blindfolded in this whole process, figuring out how to do it. I've been following some plant-based doctors and their suggestions for reversing autoimmune diseases where eczema falls in that category. Now, beyond that, beyond recommending a whole foods plant-based diet, avoiding caffeine and alcohol and cigarettes, I had no clue what's going on inside my body. So I had to take that extra step to go to a doctor to see my blood, my urine, and my stool to see if there are any imbalances or dysbiosis, to further target treatment so that not just the diet can help me, but maybe I can clear out whatever is actively harming me. So that's why I believe in this. This has nothing to do with GojiMan. You can stick anybody you want in place of GojiMan. It doesn't discredit the advice he's giving because it's all based on medical tests. It's not based on somebody saying, here's some anecdotal evidence of other people I've healed. This is based on my results from my medical tests. That's why I believe in it. This has nothing to do with, oh, this guy ate meat for 30 days and now his eczema's gone. That's the weakest evidence I could think of. What I have, these results, is the strongest because it's literally my medical tests. So, if you're eating a whole foods plant-based diet and it's working for you, great. Don't go the extra mile to spend the money and get the testing. But if you've been doing it for a while, 90%. I'm going to say even if you've had a couple of foods here and there that are not perfect, you've had a drink, whatever, if you're doing it 90% and you're still not getting the results, I would say spring to go to the doctor. Go get your blood tested, get your urine tested, get your stool tested. Figure out if you have some weird figure out if you have some weird bacterial overgrowth, if you have some food sensitivity issues that is driving your skin issues. Otherwise, you're going to end up in Rob Stewart's place, where this motherfucker thinks that he can self-diagnose. You're going to end up like Tim Sheaf, where your ego is so inflated and you are so carried away with the fact that you know your body better than a doctor would, or this distrust of doctors, that you're going to corner yourself with your health issues, that you're going to drive yourself over the edge with thinking that you can figure it out and nobody else can, and then you still have the issue there. It's still there, buried deep down inside your gut, and you're just masking it with more, cleanses and detoxes and water fasts and dietary changes without actually fixing the issue. Ideal circumstance, if you fix whatever's going on in your gut, your skin issue will clear up and you can go back to eating a normal diet, a whole foods plant-based diet, with some exceptions here and there, but for the most part, a normal, balanced, vegan, healthy diet. And that's my goal. Right now, I'm not eating any junk food whatsoever. Once I heal my issues up, I'd like to be able to go out and eat a dinner with some friends where I don't have to worry about eating steamed rice and vegetables. I'd like to be able to eat something that's slightly a little bit more junky, but of course not full junk food. Long story short, I give this diet 6 months. I give this treatment plan 6 months. I'm already eating what I ate before. The treatment's over. I did all the supplements and the antimicrobials. I give it 6 months and see where I am. If shit is still in the gutter, then I'll reevaluate. Until then, I'm not changing my mind. And I think anybody who goes about disregarding doctors and just diagnosing themselves, you're doing yourself a disservice. Reach out to whole foods plant-based doctors, reach out to a whole foods plant-based nutritionist, somebody who understands, specific medical testing, gut problems, skin problems, and go through them. Don't go through GojiMan if you don't want to. Figure out what's going wrong, pay for the tests, do the treatment, and weather out the 6 months, 8 months that it's going to take to recover from these issues. Plain and simple. And it could be a whole host of things that could be driving your skin issues, like having taken antibiotics or steroids, eating a really shitty diet, whether it's a really processed food one or meat heavy one, that could be causing weird bacteria overgrowths in your body. It's not just medications that wipe out your good gut bacteria, it's shitty foods. And of course some other things like, if you've been smoking a lot or drinking a lot of alcohol, that stuff could drive health issues as well. So those could be at the root cause of why your gut is out of whack, why your immune system's out of whack, and why you have skin health issues. It's the food, it's the medication, and it's the environment. And if any of those three are contributing, you should go get tested. So, this was fun. Thank you for watching, you guys. I hope I've inspired you to continue eating a whole foods plant-based diet. If you're healing, fantastic. I'm very happy for you. Continue doing what you're doing. If shit is still not working out, please shoot an email to me, shoot an email to GojiMan, get some medical testing. If you cannot afford the medical testing, you desperately cannot afford it. Not like, oh, I don't want to pay for it, but you desperately cannot afford it. Send me an email. I want to try to hook you up so you can get healed. This should not be something that is a factor between you leading a healthy, skin disease-free life and having eczema and suffering. So, I'll leave you guys at that. Thanks for watching. Peace.